One of the most powerful things a coach can do to help athletes perform is to help get them in great shape physically, emotionally and mentally.
By raising awareness, encouraging responsibility and building self-belief,
That's when amazing things happen in sport. But how, as coaches, do we help get them there?
So what we're going to work on today is playing attacking shots with full balls. So that's the drives, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. It's a good shot.
The only way players can adapt and make changes is if they're aware of what they're doing, and they're not going to be aware of what they're doing if they're being told what they're doing. You've actually got to feel it for yourself, and the only way you can do that is through questioning, is actually getting players to notice what they're doing in the moment of performing the skill, and not sitting back afterwards and going, right, well, I didn't think my shoulder was in the right position yet. It's actually being able to feel it.
Well, I think the whole point of the questioning approach is that you want to draw out the best biomechanical response for that particular athlete. You know, not what the textbook says, because often it's not the same thing. And when that athlete feels comfort or discomfort, you know, where they feel most comfort, they're going to execute the technique better.
What's the scenario attack? What's the...
Screen 2 over.
2 over, so we're going to look to screen, so you guys have got that. Having athletes in the moment is key to performance. We use a lot of scenario-based activities, so we'll say, you know, it could be something, for example, you've got 45 seconds to score, you've had a goal defence out of play, goal attacks deep, and set up a situation that could occur on court. Second scenario is offside, wing defence. Offside here, what's the play?
Just go with this. Yeah.
Look to swing a triangle. Who's going to take the ball?
The guard.
Goal attack. Nice pass.
Thought what we'd do today is actually do a chip shot. Okay. And chipping is a shot where you miss the greens and you're challenged with the shot to get it close to the flag. I think the main thing is whatever works for you. If you can feel the sense of a rhythm, and if the back through works for you, then go with that one. When I first started coach, I had so much knowledge. I'd come off the tour, been a competent player and thought, you know, I can do this coaching. And I had so much knowledge and I just wanted to pass it on to every student that I had. And unfortunately, they don't want to hear all of that stuff. And so I've learnt over the years to listen more to what they want and not be so enthusiastic by telling them all the technical know-how about the golf game, and keep it a little bit more simple and, you know, the less is more approach. Now I'm going to start off giving you an exercise to do just to get the feel of what happens in the swing when you play a chip shot, and I'm going to get you to take 3 balls from the bucket, and I'm going to get you just to start by standing side on and just actually getting a feel with your arm for how much energy you need to get the ball to travel to the hole. All right. Most people understand that concept of throwing a ball, and it was more just to give her the feel of what happens with the arm swing. And often when you see learners, when they first try a chip shot, they'll be quite stiff, quite jerky, the movement doesn't flow, and that arm exercise is more just to give her a sense of feel and a sense of flow in the swing. So what I'm going to get you to do is just to set up in a comfortable position, grip it in a comfortable way, and just apply that same feel with the swing now, with the club in your hands. Just going through the one that makes you feel most relaxed. Let the learner hit a ball, and if they do a bad one, so what? Let them experience the bad and then just keep going, because often you can interfere too early and you want to stick and change after the first shot that they hit a bad one. You kind of tend to jump in there too early, and now I'm taking the approach of just one step back, just wait, because the next shot could be great.
Because I think we talked about raising awareness with athletes a lot, but you know, coaches need to be very self-aware as well. And when you're comfortable in your own skin, I'm sure that you're a much better coach than, you know, when you're not.
So I like the progressive approach to learning skills, the throwing the ball, feeling the energy needed to move the ball, and then grabbing a hold of the club and just relax all the time. No intimidation about it. Very the ultimate empowering coach I saw there today, even though she's come off the pro tour by the sound of it and has been a highly disciplined athlete. She's taken a completely different approach to teaching people to play golf.
I think one of the ultimate skills of coaching is allowing the athlete to trial and error, or teaching them how to coach themselves, because if they can do that, I think you've succeeded in what you're trying to do. And I think what she was saying there is trial and error till you can coach yourself. Then I can remove myself, and you don't need me any longer.
Certainly when I'm coaching in a new group like this, I put them into groups, and that'll be their positional groups, so defence, midfield, attack, and I get them to go away and discuss things, and then get them to come back and present. So straight away the leaders will come to the fore. I won't say I want you to present, so then I start to work out, oh, you know, she's a leader, and because I need those leaders out on the field. Okay, so the drill we did yesterday, we did a banana run around there, and I put a weighted ball through. Let's use the weighted balls up the sideline. The strikers will run into that space.
Because a lot of times on this right half where there is heaps of space, but just because they're there, you know, just back yourself and each other, that we can get it from one side to another. We've done it great most of this time, but we just need to get it up there and finish it off.
We're just not treasuring the ball enough. We present it too much. You're just showing it out here too much for them to get it off you. And then while I like to win and all of that sort of thing, we don't talk about winning, we talk about being successful. And if you're successful at everything, so that's on and off the field, the winning usually just comes along afterwards.
She let them come forward. You know, if they wanted to come forward as leaders, she let them come forward. She involved them in presenting back to the team. She didn't tell them to, but the natural leaders came forward, and that allowed her then to treat them as individuals. I thought that was